Hello friends, in this video we will solve numericals based on memory. Let us begin. First question is appeared on the screen. Consider 4 KB memory. Calculate ending address if the starting address is 4000 hex. Now to solve such problems, basically we should know one formula. That formula is ending address is always equal to starting address plus capacity. It's a very simple formula. To calculate ending address, it is always equal to starting address plus capacity. In this case, what is known to me is starting address. What I have to calculate is a capacity. If I could calculate capacity, then I will get ending address. Remember, the given size is not the capacity. There is a way to calculate the capacity. So what is given is 4 KB memory. So in this 4 KB memory, what you do is you express 4 in terms of 2 to the power. That is 2 to the power 2 is 4 and k is 2 to the power 10. So it becomes 2 raised to 12. In fact, we say that 12 address lines are required. Is that right? So total requirement is 12 address lines. Now from this, see the value of power which is 12, then write 12 times binary ones in a group of 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what you are getting is F, F and F, that is triple F in hexadecimal. The number that now you are coming across, that is triple F, is what we called as capacity. See, I'll repeat this what I said. The formula for ending address is always starting address plus capacity. Starting address is given, capacity is not size of memory. Size of memory is 4 KB. From 4 KB, we have calculated the number of address lines, which are 12 address lines. Then this number of address lines, the ending address we supposed to write is all ones, am I right? But the same capacity will become an ending address only if the starting address is 0. Is that right? Imagine if starting address was 0 plus capacity, this itself becomes what? Ending address. But this time it is not ending address, it is called as a capacity. Now this triple F capacity I'll add with starting address in order to get ending address. So let's do this. It's a very simple task now. What is the starting address? It is 4000 hex plus triple F hex is the capacity. Then it is very simple. This is F, F, F and this is 4. Therefore 4 triple F hex is the ending address for the given memory, which is 4 KB size, having starting address as 4000 hex. I'm sure you understood this problem. Let's move to the next problem. Even though we are going to the next problem, this formula is applicable everywhere. That is, ending address is always starting address plus capacity. So now we have 8 KB memory. We have to calculate starting address if the ending address is double F double F. See, this time it is exactly reverse. What is known to us is ending address and we need to calculate starting address. But remember, the formula is not going to change. What was that? Ending address is always equal to starting address plus capacity. This time ending address is known to us, starting address is the question mark, capacitor is something that we can calculate from the size of memory. So in a way I can rearrange the formula. I can write starting address equal to ending address minus capacity. The question is to calculate only capacity now. Now the size is 8 KB. 8 is 2 to the power 3, k is 2 to the power 10, so total it becomes 2 to the power 13. So we can say that 13 address lines are required. If I have to get the ending address, we used to write 13 binary ones in a group of 4. So in this problem, even if I do so, it is not going to give me ending address. It will be treated as a capacity. Reason, starting address may not be 0, right? Therefore, this 13 binary ones I am going to write in a group of 4. Is that right? So this gives you F, this gives you F, this is F and this is single one, it is considered as 1. 1 triple F hex is a capacity. Therefore, capacity is 1 triple F. It is going to get subtracted from the ending address all F. Let's perform this. minus 1 triple F, F minus F 0, F minus F 0, F minus F 0, F minus 1, of course it is E, because F comes after E only, therefore F minus 1, of course it is E. E triple 0 hex is the starting address, therefore starting address is equal to E triple 0 hex. So this is the final answer. So see to it, we have to remember only this formula where ending address is starting address plus capacity, right? Let's move to the next problem. Find the size of memory if starting address is 3000 hex and the ending address is 30FF hex. Let's study how to do this. Ending address is equal to starting address plus capacity. This we know very well. Ending address as well as starting address, both of us known to us, so we can calculate a capacity. Therefore, I can say capacity is equal to ending address minus starting address. If I could calculate capacity, from which I'll get the size of memory. So far we used to have size of memory, so we used to get capacity. Now from the capacity you have to go reverse way and find what is the size of memory. Let's do this. Ending address minus starting address, will perform this first. Ending address is 30FF hex minus 3000 hex. This is what we are subtracting. Ultimately what you get is all zeros and this is FFX. In short, I can say capacity is double FX. So capacity, it's simply double F hex. Now how to get size of memory? Just pay attention. Express this in terms of binary. So F can be written as all ones. F is again all ones. Count how many ones are there. There are total 8 ones, am I right? So since there are total 8 ones, I can say it is nothing but a memory with 8-bit address requirement, am I right? So with 8-bit address requirement, 2 to the power 8 is the memory that we can access with 8-bit address lines, which gives you 256 byte. Therefore 256 byte is the answer. Now imagine yourself, suppose you have 256 byte as a number. What you used to do, you used to express it in terms of 2 to the power something. So 256 byte can be written as 2 raised to 8 byte. After that you see that how much is the power? Power is 8. So 8 binary ones you used to write in a group of 4, from which you used to get FFX as a capacity. This time you actually did a reverse job. You had FFX from which you got binary data. You count number of ones inside it. Those many address lines are required to interface that memory or to connect that memory with microprocessor. So from that 8-bit address you just did 2 to the power 8, that is a maximum memory possible with the help of 2 to the power 8 byte, which gives you 256 byte. So 256 byte is the size of memory with starting address 3000 hex and ending address as 30FFX. Let's move to the next problem now. Calculate the number of memory chips of 1 KB to construct 4 KB. Now this is quite a very simple problem, but then first of all I'll tell you what is the theory behind it, how to calculate number of chips, that is number of memory chips to get or to derive the higher size memory by using a lower size memory. So number of memory chips is always written like this: required memory divided by given memory. So one can calculate it very easily, but if still I want to go in detail with this, remember memory is expressed in the form of M cross N. What is M? What is N? Let us understand. M indicates number of locations in the memory and N indicates size of each location in bits. Very easy. See, M indicates number of locations and N indicates size of each location in bit. For example, if someone writes like this, 4 cross 2. Now what is meant by 4 cross 2? How many locations are there? There are 4 locations and size of each location is just holding 2 bit. So we can actually draw such memory. As you can see, there are total 4 locations and each location can store only 2 bits, right? So what is meant by, let's say, 4K cross 8? Okay, what 4K indicates? 4K indicates number of locations and 8 indicates size of each location in bits. Am I right? That's the reason why 4K cross 8 can be written as 4 kilobyte, because we know that 8 bit is always 1 byte. Is that right? So 4K cross 8 is nothing but 4 KB. Referring to this, now let's calculate the number of memory chips required to construct 4 KB using 1 KB. So by referring to the formula, it is required memory upon given memory. What is required memory? We need to construct 4 KB, so this becomes a required one and this is available or a given memory. So what is required? 4 KB. Remember, 4 KB is written like this, 4K cross 8. Now what 4K cross 8 means? 4K cross 8 means 4K locations and 8 bit is the size of each location. It's very simple, right? Whereas 1 KB can be written as 1K cross 8. Remember, B stands for byte and byte stands for 8 bit. It shows you size of every location here. So when you cancel it out, KK also cancels. So what is remaining? 4. So how many chips are required? That is 4 chips are required. See, one can do this orally, 4 KB divided by 1 KB, and it also gives you 4. But then knowing the theory behind it is very, very important. Now you will understand the importance of this theory in the next question. So moving towards the last question, calculate number of memory chips of 1024 cross 4 to construct 1 KB. So I'm sure you understood the question. What is given and what is required should be only known to you. In this case, you need to construct 1 KB, therefore this is your requirement, right? And what is given to you is not 1 KB, it is 1024 cross 4. So this is given. What is meant by 1024 cross 4? 1024 cross 4 means there are total 1024 locations having 4 bits as the size of every location, because this 4 indicates, the last 4 indicates that size of every location is just 4 bit. What is meant by 1 KB? 1 KB means, can I write this as 1K into 8, where 1K indicates 1K locations, that the number of locations are 1K, and 8 indicates number of bits available in every location or size of every location in bits. So this is 1K cross 8. Remember, 1K means 1024 because we know that 2 raised to 10 is nothing but 1024. So this is actually 1024 cross 8. So what is given is 1024 cross 4, but what is required to construct 1024 cross 8, right? Now let's put it into a formula where number of chips required is always required upon given. What is required is 1024 cross 8 divided by what is given is 1024 cross 4. So 1024 got cancelled, it gives you 2. Therefore, 2 chips of 1024 cross 4 required in order to construct 1024 cross 8 means 1K into 8, again it means 1 kilobyte. So I am sure you understood this. Just to give you the enough idea, remember 1 KB is expressed like this, 1K cross 8, where B stands for byte. Byte means it is 8 bit. 1K means 2 to the power 10 into 8, which is equal to 1024 cross 8. Similarly, if I want to write about 2 KB, I can express 2 KB as 2K cross 8, where 2K means 2. I am writing 2 as it is. K means it is 2 to the power 10 into 8. This is equal to 2 to the power 11 into 8. So now, if you calculate this, it is 2048 cross 8 memory. This is nothing but the meaning of 2 KB memory. Similarly, if I am, let's say, talking about 4 KB memory, then 4 KB memory can be written as 4K cross 8, where 4 is 2 to the power 2, K is 2 to the power 10 multiplied by 8. 8 you don't have to touch, right? So total it becomes 2 to the power 12 cross 8, where 2 to the power 12 are nothing but number of locations. So number of locations, if you calculate, it is 4096 cross 8. Therefore 4 kb is nothing but 4096 cross 8, 2 kb is 2048 cross 8, and 1 kb is nothing but 1024 cross 8. Now I'm sure it is very easy for you to calculate the memory or to express the given memory in terms of m cross n. Thank you.